Okay, question 11. ABCD is a trapezium. So EC and ED are equal. So I can put my marking here to indicate that they are equal. Now there are some pupils whereby you assume that it's a parallelogram and you did this. You did 70 minus 30 equals to 40. Now for pupils who belong to this category, you did not read this. There is nothing in the question that says that ABCE is a parallelogram. And because you made the assumption that it's a parallelogram, therefore everything from here on is wrong because you already assume the wrong property. You assume that opposite sides is 70, which is not true because it is not a parallelogram, it is a trapezium. And where is the trapezium? You must actually use your highlighter or trace the figure to try and find out where is the trapezium. The trapezium is here. And you do know that if the trapezium is over here, I'm going to draw it out like this to make it easier for you to see. It looks something like this. This is 70. This is 30. Now a trapezium by the side, you know that is 180. By the side is 180 because it's bounded by a set of parallel lines. So the only angle that you can get from this part here, which a lot of you missed out this word trapezium, you need to find this first. And where is this angle? It's actually here. The angle is actually here. So these two matches up. They are the same. So how do I get this angle here? You branch out 180 minus 30, you get 150. So some of you mentioned, okay, what do I do next if it's 150? Again, use the properties that you have learned, angles on a straight line. So I'm going to use blue to indicate angles on a straight line. This will be 180 minus 50. You are going to get 30 here. This is 30. This will be 30 as well. So how do we find this? It will be 180 minus 30 minus 30 equals to 120. Now, for pupils who actually saw an easier way of doing it, you have used the alternate angles. But remember what I told you about the alternate angles, right? It's actually not taught in primary school. But if you do know it, is fine. But what you need to remember in future for those using the alternate angle is you have to ensure that it is actually a parallel lines. So for those who don't understand, let me just show you where the alternate angle is. This is the parallel lines that is indicated because it says that trapezium, and you know that the parallel lines are there. So if I draw a Z here, straight away I know that this is 30. I need not even find all this 50. Straight away I can just do one step, 180 minus 30 minus 30 equals to 120. Okay, let me go to part B then. The figure above is not drawn to scale. So another thing that they actually said that is not drawn to scale, each of the following statements below is either true, false, not possible to tell. So the first part for part B, ABD is an equilateral triangle. So let's go to ABD. So ABD is an equilateral triangle. No, it is not. Why is it not? It's because if it's an equilateral triangle, it must be 60. But ABD is over here. It is not an equilateral triangle because it has a 70 degrees, so it's definitely false. ABCE is a parallelogram, which is the part I was telling you earlier. A lot of you made the assumption that it's a parallelogram and therefore it is wrong. This is 70, opposite is 60, therefore it is not a parallelogram, it's also false. The last one, BD is perpendicular to DC. So BD is perpendicular to DC. It is not true as well. It's not possible to tell this because there is nothing given, there is no angles given for this, no angles given for this. There's a question mark, too many question mark that I wouldn't know. And there's nothing in the question to indicate that I will be able to find these two angles or even this angle. Therefore, it's not possible to tell. All right.